Eagles 27, Steelers 13. Jason, initial thoughts on the old PA rivalry?
How aggressive do I want to be?
Do it.
This was huge. I mean, Steelers, one of the best defenses in the league, one of the best teams in the league.
Yeah.
Eagles, obviously, there was a lot of noise this week on the press conferences last week from Jalen Hurts, from A.J. Brown, more notably, from my man Brandon Graham. A lot of stuff swirling around, and most of it centered around the passing game. Actually, all of it centered around the passing game. I think that this team, over the course of the season, has turned into this, control the line of scrimmage, very physical run game. Saquon Barkley is obviously having a career year, potentially historic year. The defense, oh my gosh, has just been playing lights out really ever since Tampa Bay. They've been one of the best defenses in the NFL. Yeah. Up front and the back end. Their linebackers are playing better than I've seen potentially ever by an Eagles couple linebackers and Kobe Dean and Zach Bond. The one question mark was what has happened to the passing attack. We have A.J. Brown, we have Devontae Smith, and we have a franchise quarterback in Jalen Hurts. Why is this not happening? There were some press conferences that leaked out, people clearly frustrated, and they come out and they answer the freaking bell.
Like, oh yeah, we can do that too.
They answer the bell against a great team that they were going to have to throw the ball. As good as this run game is, Cam Hayward, Mike Tomlin, this Pittsburgh Steelers defense, they're not going to let you be one-dimensional and beat them. And I just thought it was like, dude, this is the sign that this team is a complete team. If they need to do it continually now, right? Now, I kind of do. We'll talk about this in a second. But they showed that they can do this, right?
Against great teams, yeah.
They still got a great run game. And if Jalen is going to play like this, deliver the ball to A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith had a big game.
Yeah, both over 100 yards. And
yeah, so I just feel like this was such an awesome game if you're an Eagles fan. And I think I'm probably not alone in saying that. I think a lot of Eagles fans feel that way. So, yeah, very happy.
Do the Birds have a 2017 vibe going on right now?
I mean, barring – some crazy things happening. They've still Minnesota right now is peaking. They looked great on Monday night. Sam Darnold is lights out.
Yes, he did.
Brian Flores is doing some outstanding things on defense. But I do think this Eagles team, it's about as complete as you can get. I mean, you go down the roster. These guys are playing lights out. They have great players. They have great coaches.
Yeah,
Let me put it this way. I don't think there's a team in the league that they aren't competing with or beating a good majority of the time when they play them. I just feel that way right now. I think that they are up there. I think this is a great year. Got to stay healthy. I always got to hope that is the case, but I'm confident if I'm a Philadelphia Eagle. Very confident.
The Eagles iced the game on a drive that was 21 fucking plays. A good old long drive drill with 88 yards and took 10 minutes and 30 seconds
How about that?
Off the clock. The longest drive in modern record football books belongs to the Tennessee Oilers, 25 plays in 13 minutes and ended with a 19-yard field goal. Ew.
Yeah.
Oh, that's daggering.
Yeah.
For both teams, that's fucking daggering. No, that's pretty fucking impressive. And shout out to the Birds, man. They're freaking flying around. A big time win against the Steelers.
They're rolling.
And like you said, kind of shut all the critics up about the old pass game.
I used to not be a fan when guys would say things in the media that would create controversy or stir up things. It kind of just a lot of times can be, divert attention.
Well, when it doesn't pan out for him in the end.
Yeah, if it wouldn't have panned out, it's terrible, right? Like it's bad.
It goes the other way.
What all these guys did by talking about it openly in the media is force them all to take ownership in fixing it. And not just them, the coaches, everybody. I mean, they were all hard at work with what was going on in the media because they knew they all had to go out and have the game that they did against Pittsburgh. And they ended up answering it in just a magnificent fashion. I mean, they all played so well.
Yeah.
Jalen was on time. AJ was a man on a mission. Devontae was making plays. It was very fun to watch. When stuff like this comes out, it tends to either galvanize you and bring you closer, or it can kind of tear you apart and separate you. And they clearly had the latter, or they clearly, were galvanized by this situation this week. So, hats off to all those guys. And the coaches and everybody from this past week. And, yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
I'm proud of those guys for sure.
Well, next week, the Eagles got the Commies, got the Commanders over there in Washington, and the Eagles can clinch the NFC East with a win, which is the playoff berth when you win the division.
It's a big game. Big game right here.
How about that? The NFC East got some juggernauts over in the NFC now, man, huh? Got the Eagles, you got the Lions, you got the Vikings. The Rams are still the Rams. You got to fight. You're
talking about the NFC, football. Not the NFC.
Yeah,
East,
not just the NFC East, but the NFC in general.
The NFC is loaded.
They are. It hasn't necessarily been that. Green Bay's they got a fucking great team, great quarterback, great coach, great defense.
Anybody in the NFC North? Yeah, you hit the nail. The Vikings are playing as good as anybody. The Lions are still, until somebody beats them, in my opinion, they're the best team in the NFC. Green Bay is right up there with those guys. They are playing fantastic right now. Dude, sleeper. I don't sleep on Tampa Bay.
Come on now.
Dude.
Shaker
their
Mayfield,
defense is fantastic with Todd Bowles. They're playing great right now. Before Mike Evans and Godwin went down, this team was on track to be one of the best teams in the NFL.
They were
record-wise. It's only because both those guys went down that they aren't up there with everybody else. Yeah. So the fact that Mike Evans is back and healthy, about to get his 10th consecutive 1,000-yard season, it looks like, after missing like 4 or 5 games.
Ridiculous.
The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are fantastic.
No, they are.
So, yeah, there's a lot of great football in the NFC right now, and we got a tough one this week with the Commanders to try and clinch the division. Yeah. Well,
good luck, Eagles,
it's fun.
baby.
This is the fun time of year. This is when you love watching football.
Starting to play some meaningful football, man.